Hey guys, morning. This thing just showed up yesterday. Electric Bike Reviews does some pretty thorough reviews on this thing. Several actually. This model as well as the step through. There's not a lot of user reviews out there, so even though his reviews are fairly unbiased, I figured I'd give you my first impressions. This one is it's the Amego Infinite Mechanical, which obviously comes with the mechanical disc brakes as opposed to hydraulic. It also comes with a cadence sensor instead of a torque sensor. Reason I went with this one, other than that it's significantly cheaper, is yes, hydraulic disc brakes would be nice, but given the price difference, I'd rather purchase my own hydraulic disc brakes, like I don't know, Magura's or whatever, rather than being stuck with the hydraulics that the premium bike comes with. And I don't really care too much about having a torque sensor on a commuter bike. If it was a mountain bike, sure, that would make a lot of sense because you want it to ride like a regular bike. But on a commuter, I don't really see the advantage. It has a pretty tall standover height. And by that, I mean from the floor to here is about 30 inches. So notice that's where the bottle cage would mount. So you add another 3 inches on top of that. Unless you have a 33-inch inseam, you're not going to be able to hop off this thing easily, or your bottle will be in the way. Ride's really nice. Fit and finish is pretty good for sort of a value ranged bike. Welds are pretty clean. No squeaks or rattles. Pretty solid bike for a commuter. Comes with aluminum fenders. Pretty nice pedals. They're aluminum pedals. What else? Headlights integrated. Rear light is not integrated. The user display is very neat and tidy and clean. I kind of like that it's off to the side. I'm not a huge fan of the center mount ones for no particular reason. One other thing I'm not super excited about is the stem. Not a big issue, and it's more just what I'm used to. I'm used to riding that. So to come to this, to have that mile-long stem that is adjustable. It's got like a quick release on it, which is kind of a pro and a con. If you're riding aggressively, it may move on you because it's not locked in super tight because it's meant to be quick adjust. Comes with a suspension seat post. It's not a great suspension seat post. This one has the DOS Kit L7 display. I'll just show you how that works real quick. Fire this thing up. Hit the button. Away we go. Press and hold for backlit. So there's your odometer. That's what that symbol means. Trip time, trip, and then your max speed. Obviously assist level 1, up and down to adjust that. If you want to reset your trip, the manual doesn't explain it super clearly, but you go into your trip and you press and hold the plus. It'll blink a few times and then it'll reset. Turn the backlight back on. If you want to change the factory settings, you press and hold the plus and minus. It'll pull this up, enter your password. This one, the password is 8088, so we'll put it there, hit up, 088. Cycle through. And then you're in. So this is your pedal assist top speed, 45 kilometers an hour. Hit M. That is your thumb throttle top speed. You can increase it or decrease it. That is not 60. That is 6 kilometers an hour, 20, or 32. Wheel size. That's your odometer reset if you want to reset it. That's voltage. And I'm not sure what that is, to be honest. And then to exit that, if you've made a change, you press and hold the plus and minus again. It'll kick you back out to the main menu. Two more things worth pointing out quickly is the thumb throttle and the head tube. I'll get back to that. So the thumb throttle, it comes set up on the right side, which initially I thought was what I wanted. But then after riding the bike, I realized that because of mountain biking, I usually ride with my index finger on the brake lever. So to have index finger on the brake lever and thumb on the throttle, it's kind of awkward. So if I put it on the left, which would be easy enough to do, slide the grip off, slide the throttle off, swing it over, put it on here, I could have my thumb throttle here, and then I could have my index finger on the brake over here, no problem. One more thing about the thumb throttle is there is practically no modulation. It's very sensitive. It's kind of on or off. So if you want to cruise at 32 kilometers an hour, that's fine. You're probably going to catch up to a lot of people on the trail. So if you wanted to ride slower than that with the throttle, you pretty much have to go into the settings, reduce that speed to say 20, and then you can use the throttle at wide open going 20 kilometers an hour. The head tube, this was a huge selling feature for me. Although the fork it comes with has a straight steer tube, you can tell how it flares out, the head tube itself. So if in the future you wanted to upgrade to say a air fork, a Fox, RockShox, whatever, all you have to do is replace that lower head tube bearing and you can upgrade to a tapered fork. A lot of these more value priced bikes, you cannot do that. So that was huge for me. I really liked that. Yeah, without going into too many details, that's about it. If you want more detail, check out the electric bike review of this bike. His videos are pretty thorough and they're quite lengthy, so he'll cover a lot of the things that I didn't cover. But overall, I like it. Comes with kind of everything you need to get started, and then at a low enough price point where you can upgrade it in the future. I also just really love the profile of it. It kind of has that sort of cafe racer look to it. Matte black helps too. And in case you haven't noticed, this is basically the same bike as the Magnum, which, yeah, it's a fine bike. I think these ones are a little more affordable, at least in my part of the world, so that's why I went with this one. Also, the dealer's a lot closer to home, so it was kind of a no-brainer for me. But yeah, decent tires, large capacity battery, thumb throttle, comes with aluminum fenders, rack. It's kind of a turnkey commuter bike. Take care, guys.